What's populating, fellas? It's me, John Axolotl. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, as always, we've got an episode for you, fellas. Cannot promise the quality because Matt hasn't touched OBS in so long. I don't know. He might be recording in 1440p or he might be recording in 480p. I don't know. Oh yeah, fair enough. Um, but I can promise you quantity. Uno. Like the Roomba. hmm Do you want me to start with all my things? Because I can. That way, so then we end on like the bang of peace. Well, it might be by Thursday, so like not officially yet, but it'll be. Anyway, shall I begin? I don't even know what to begin with. Um, I'm just gonna do things we haven't both seen, so that way we can scrunk with the things we've done together. I'll start with the movie, I guess. I saw the tunnel to summer exit to goodbyes. Um, two high school students, they fall in love with each other while going in a tunnel that makes time pass really fast, and it brings back things you lost. The dubbing was horrendous and the story was not good. It's like on my out of 10 scale on that the video that I did, it's like a 2 on each. Actually, the character's like a 3. The character's all right. Yeah, it wasn't a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. Um, but it was a movie, and it turns out people love that movie. I saw a video that like of someone being like, I didn't like it, and all the comments were like, "But I loved it." But whatever floats your boat, Frank. And I was like, I mean, I guess so. And then next thing I saw was The Water Magician, which is an isekai about a kid who gets transported to a world of magic, and he can use water, and there's one episode, so there's not really much to go off of. He fights a bird, and then a dragon shows up and is like, "Yo, I saw you kill that bird. That was low key chill. You should join the Empire," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh my god, it can talk!" And it was like, "I could talk." I'm like, that's all that was there. And then getting into something I've seen a little more of and that I enjoyed is Spirit Chronicles. Another isekai, let me tell you. Yeah, these days I am. A kid named, I think it's Haruto, gets hit by a bus, and he wakes up as like a little kid, and then like he finds out that a princess has been kidnapped, and so he's like, "Oh, that sucks." And then the people who are searching for the princess, they're like, check to see if you can feel her mana anywhere. So then she does like a thing, and she's like, the only mana I can feel is from this kid right here. He's got a lot of it. And he's like, oh my god. So then they leave, and he walks back into his house and gets stabbed by a bandit. And so then he uses his magical squelch to beat the crap out of the bandit and saves the princess, and everyone. And then the people who were trying to find the princess are like, "You lied! You totally kidnapped her! You dumb, dumb whore!" And he was like, "But I didn't do it." They're like, "We don't believe you, you dumb whore." And so then he gets taken back to the castle, and the vice captain of the night squad just beats the crap out of him. Just like, "What happened? Tell me what you know." And he's like, "I don't know anything because I didn't do it." And he's like, you know. So then the princess who he saved wakes up and is like, "Oh my god, that's the guy who saved me." And then she's like, oops. Oh my god." So they're like, "Hey, could you like stop beating him?" And he's like, "Fine, I guess." And so then the king's like, "I'll give you anything you want." He's like, "Let me enroll at school." And he's like, "Sure." So he goes to school. Everyone makes fun of him because he's a commoner and they're all royal. You know, it's a whole deal. The teacher is like 12 years old and he's like 7. Uh, and then he like the teacher tutors him because he can read and write and speak and like do math and everything. Like he can do all the normal stuff, but it all in Japanese, and they don't use Japanese because it's a fantasy world. They speak whatever the language is. So he has to learn how to write. Anyway, he gets like top marks on a test, and everyone's like, "You cheated." "No, you blithering mad. It's 2 flavors at once. Peanut butter and jelly." Have you never seen that? Okay. I'm glad. Okay. So then it's like the teacher falls in love with him, kind of, or anything. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, they go on like an exam thing where they have to like beat up a bunch of monsters, and he falls off a cliff, like saving the princess from falling off the cliff. He falls off the cliff, and he saves himself. And they're like, "Oh my god, he's dead! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead!" Because they don't think he can use magic because he can't do like their incantation things, but he can like make his own magic. That's like his whole thing. He can copy someone else's magic and use it, kinda. Yeah, not really at all. It's, he just sees people do something and he's like, "Yeah, I can probably do that." And he does his own things. It's Johnima. So then he's like, "I'm gonna go to my parents' home village." And the teacher's like, he goes to the teacher, and she's like, "I thought you were dead." And he's like, "I wasn't dead. I'm gonna go to my parents' hometown." And she's like, "Wait, please." And she like hugs him. "Please don't go. I'm gonna be busy so much." And he's like, "No, it's okay. I'll like send you letters and stuff." Mhm. And she's like, "So Rio," which is his isekai name. She's like, what will I call you?" He's like, "I'm gonna use a fake name." And he's like, "Call me Haruto." And I'm like, that's Violet Evergarden. That's his name. Which I still haven't. I need to finish that anime at some point. Um, and so that's about where I left off. But the reason I watched is because I saw one of those Crunchyroll ads on YouTube, and it was for the new season of it, which is also how I found Kaiju number 8. And also, and I mean, it was just I was just like, I really don't know what it's about, but he's seriously strong. I do love it. It's very good. Hmm. And so then my final show is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Rintaro is the main guy, and he's like tall and scary. He's got blonde hair and like piercings, and so everyone thinks he's like scary or whatever. He goes to a poor school. Then it's like an all boys school, and then the school next to them is an all girls school. It's like really rich and a private school. Rings John Bell, Graham Bell. Yeah, nice guy, Alex. Him and I go way back. Yeah. Uh, so he has to go work at the cake shop that his mother works at because she's understaffed and she like needs to make stuff for tomorrow. And so he goes over there, and he's like standing there and he's serving cake, and he looks over and there's this girl who's eating like 8 cakes, and he's like, He's just like looking at her. And then she looks at him and then she blushes really hard and runs out of the store. And he's like, "Wait, don't go. I'm sorry." He doesn't do that. He's just like, he's like, I didn't, I'm sorry. He's used to people finding him scary, so he's like, it's okay. Anyway, so then the next day she comes back and she asks for him specifically. And he pulls up and she's like, "I'm sorry about running out yesterday. It's just that a guy's never stared at me that intently before." And he's like, "Okay, sure. Most people find me scary. Do you not find me?" She's like, "I've never found you scary before." He's like, "Okay." Anyway, they like blush at each other a little bit. It's nice and cute. Anyway, so then they're talking, and then she's like, "I should go home. It's late." And he's like, "Let me walk in." She's like, "No, no, it's close. I got it. Don't worry." So then she starts walking. Immediately, a gang of evil men descend upon her like demons from hell. So that's happening to her, but he's in the shop because they live above the shop, so it's like a LeBlanc situation, and so he's in his room, crashing against the door, like hands, and he's like all red and everything. And then the mom's like, "Hey, you know that cake that she was taking home? Well, I found it on the floor out there." And he's like, "Oh my god, she's dead! She's dead! She's dead!" So he runs out there and he hears the two gang people talking to her like they have her held against like a metal wall. And they're like, "I don't know what you see in that guy. Are you dating him?" And he's like, "No, it's not like that. No, it's not." And um, he's like, "Well, I heard rumors about this stuff. He's a terrible guy." And she's like, "That's horrible that you would listen to rumors, you dumb bitch." And then he's like, "Oh my god." And so then he's like, "I was gonna, use you as a leveraging chip, but since you're not dating, I guess I'll just have to do something else." And he like rears back to punch her, and he runs in there and he like covers her, and so he gets punched in the back and like slammed into a wall, and he's like holding her. And then he turns around. He's like 6'4", by the way. The rest of them are like 5'8". So he turns around and he's bleeding like down his face, and he's like he says, yeah, he says something, and they're like, "I'm so sorry." They, they and he's like, "You're not hurt, are you?" And she's like, "What do you mean am I hurt? You're the one bleeding." And he's like, "John Mulaney, why are the horse used the elevator? I didn't know it knew how to do that." Thank you. It was a weird thing to have John Mulaney voice her and Shaq voice Rintaro, but I mean, it's whatever. So he's like, "Oh, I'll walk you to the station if you want." Thanks, Shaq. I mean, fuck, Rintaro. Anyway, so then they go to the station, and she's like, "Let's hang out again sometime." And he's like, "All right, that's good." So then, he walks away, and she's like, "Wow, he's so pretty." Anyway, cut to the next day. There's so much in this episode. Yeah. He's sitting at school, and he's like, he looks out the window because he got there too early. Because he's like, "I couldn't sleep last night," and I'm like, "Because you know how it is." And he looks out the window, and then like the blinds and the girls thing, because he's never seen inside, are like moving, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's crazy. What's going on there?" Because she's like 4'8", so she looks really young. Well, I'm exaggerating. They're probably like 5'10" and like 5'2", if I'm honest. But I mean, you get the point. I don't actually know how tall they are. I'll look it up later. They're both 6'8". Uh, anyway, he looks out the window and like watches the blind move, and the blinds pull apart, and it's her. And he immediately goes like red, and he like closes the blinds at the school that he's in, and he's like, "Ugh, ugh, I can't let her see me here," because he goes to the poor school, the dead end school. And the episode ends, and I was like, Absolute Yost. And that's all the ones. It's very good. I was very okay. He's 6'3". Um, how tall is Karuko? Karuko? I think it's his player name. Well, I don't speak centimeters. She's 4'8". I was on the money. That's crazy. Yeah. Here, I'll send you a picture that you will be able to look at at some point, I guess. But yeah, yeah, they yeah. Now that I'm seeing it, the left. Hmm. Yeah. Um. I mean, is she a man or is she a Muppet? Well, I don't know yet. I've only seen one episode. Hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah. Self plug real quick. If you guys are enjoying this HCast episode, go join our Clash Royale clan. It's open, I guess. I don't. I wouldn't expect you to. If look up the HCast on Clash Royale, it's there. Yeah, say hi. Eh. Mm, yeah. Oh my god. I Yeah. The people who make that show make Fragrant Flower, so it's the same animation style. It's beautiful. Yeah. The Raskinator. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Hmm. Oh my! I was sitting there and I was like, "Oh my god, this is beautiful." And then she does like her little like cute whatever thing that she did, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Hmm. Oh yeah. Uh, oh well, let me tell you the scene at the very beginning where she's like eating the pocky and she's like, "You want one?" And oh my god. Oh, Boomer, Boomer. No, Boomer's appeared on the cast multiple times. I like that more, buddy. Boomer, good boy. Go. He's a very obedient boy. Oh yeah, where he's like, "Ah, women." Hmm. Hmm. They're back, and she was in black. Eh, to the untrained eyes, I mean. I the buddy costume, like, that he was wearing, I liked that, I guess. But the main thing I thought about while he was doing that was like, what do people like think whenever they're just seeing him sit there in a buddy outfit, just like, and he was just sitting there for a long time, just thinking, staring straight ahead. Oh yeah, no, that too. Hmm. No, he's no, that was the like funniest interaction, like ridiculous funny. Is it like he was like, "Wait, do you do her makeup?" Oh my god, they're gonna think I'm weird because I do makeup. That's kind of weird. Guys don't do makeup. No, my cousin does makeup, and he's a guy. He went, oh yeah, I guess it does do that. Okay, yeah, sure. Anyway, you guys dating? Yeah, I know. Well, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to either. Hmm. Yeah, yes, yes, I did. I, I I had to pull out my glasses. I had to run back to my room, grab my glasses, put them on, run back, had to pull off my shirt because I was so floored. I went, am I reading that right? Whoop. I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, let's kiss. Come on. Hmm. Yeah. It was getting us back in the groove. It was also the first third of the movie, technically. So mhm. I the show is gonna get nothing but more peak from here. Hmm. Hmm. The playlist is public. If you guys want to go listen to New Jersey, yeah, I think it could go back up to top 10 for me. I've watched too many shows and I like them all too much. Not It's not ridiculous to say. It could beat the Slayer. Oh, I didn't know. Oh no, I did. Yeah. Isashiburi da na. Zenitsu. God, he was so locked in. I mean, I can put into words how happy I am that we're here. John, scrank my crank and bury me in hot women. Is that a gold Jeopardy I hear in the distance? Roomba. You didn't hear? Mhm. Well, I guess we're gonna have to change it to at least one. About one. Our average is probably about one. What is this episode? What episode is this? Is this like 40 something? Okay, because then if we have no, only like 12 weeks at most. 52 weeks. Yeah. Well, then I gotta log into the HCast account again. Probably. We can keep scrocking while I do this. Oh yeah. Like like massive spoilers. I mean, like, who the hell do you think we are? This anime might have changed my life. I might be a new man coming out of this anime. G episode, if you will. Yeah. Well, I thought he was. Uh-huh. I well, because I've seen the clip at the very end. Simone, or is that how you say his name? Is that yeah? Okay, Simon. Uh, he like has the same like goggles or whatever, or, like glasses. So I thought that was Kamina. Whenever I was watching it, I assumed that Kamina died at the end, and that was Kamina. I was mistaken, frankly. Oh wait, hold on. I went to the HCast account for one moment. I didn't either. Um, and according to the description of the HCast, we're doing a great job because it says we can't promise quality, but we can promise quantity. One. Then it has an asterisk and it says one ever HCast episode. We fulfilled it long ago. Now we're just doing it for the love of the game. Yeah, we're doing great. Hmm. Hmm. Right, and he does. I called him. Hmm. Yeah, no, he did. I saw that, and then his mech wouldn't start because he got cocked. I'll just say this for the casties who have seen Gurren Lagann without spoiling it for you, which I like that pronunciation much more. I think Gurren Lagann sounds better than Gurren Lagann, but that's neither here nor there. Let me tell you, he's lucky he didn't end up with Yoko. That's all you need to know. That is true. Anyway, let me tell you, but like the ending is peak, and then there's like a little ending afterward, epilogue, if you will, and that's even more peak. Like uh you see the pig mole guy, whatever his name is. No, wait. Oh my god, you're gonna You're never gonna believe what you see. I have finished Gurren Lagann. He has not finished it. That, let me tell you, you're never gonna see it coming. Yeah, no, I still don't know what that part of the show did. You know what I'm talking about. But oh my god, I was just like, but also the thing that I love is the line from Kamina where he goes, "Open the hatch, let's see you grit those teeth," and then he socks him. Hmm. 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 Really? Hmm. Giga drill. Beautiful, beautiful part. Hmm. Let me tell you, the amount, like the callbacks that they make to it. Like, there's a speech that he has later where he's like, "My bro is dead, but he lives on." Yeah. Also, there's so many things in this show that I just never thought would happen ever. I'm just like, really? That? But it's kind of a hell yeah, sometimes. Hmm. I don't know what episode you need to get to see, but it's like 24, I think. So it's right at the end. But like, you're just gonna be like, oh my god, we're so back. I was gonna make a reference to something but I realized that you also haven't finished this other show either, so you wouldn't get it either. Naruto. Hmm. There. um, there's a scene where like she's talking to somebody and she's standing like at a three-quarters angle, like facing away from the camera, and the guy's facing towards you, and he's shorter, so it's just her tits right here, and then him. And I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of Fire Forcey, where it's like every time that this girl is on screen, happens to the best of us, frankly. Boy, best thing that happened to him. No, you don't even understand. Best thing that ever happened to him. Yes, I have no argument there. Yes, you're. Well, the reason. Hold on, let me say one thing. The reason I love the grit your teeth line is because later that's said to somebody else, and it's you just go, uh. There it is. He had a plan from the beginning. What's next? Mhm. Okay. I don't know what they are, but yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Mhm. That's kinda how I felt about Gurren Lagann, though, is there's, like, a time skip, and it does kinda feel like they just go, "Kamina's still dead, by the way." Anyway, yeah, I'm less excited about that, but that's okay. See, I like Frieren, but I only like the romance side of it, which, like, me and the Seneca, we've talked about this before. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I like the romance." Like, he's like, "Oh, I just like the action in it more than anything else." Eh. I think, uh, I'll the app for him. Yippee! I'm so excited for Black Clover to come back. It was good the last time. It will be good again more. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess that makes sense because they said they weren't going to do Black Clover Bleach finished. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. I've seen both of those shows. Oh, really? Oh my god, this sure is. Hmm. Oh yeah. Hmm. I know that all that happens in JJK, so I'm care either way if it comes or goes. Hmm. I remember I watched season one and I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." Then season two, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." And it was like, "Let me read the manga." Oh my god, well, this is crazy. Then it just goes. Mhm. Yeah, it is. Domain expansion. I don't even know what to say. That it's me and you and me, and your friend Steve. It's okay. Do, Steve. Mhm. He sure is. Ah, the saber of Zebek. I see. A query, if you will. Mhm. I mean, who knows, man? I don't know. That's a that's a good question. I don't. I guess so. I guess he was just like, yeah. Mhm. Well, I mean, it would be horrific if their names were just like Marshall D. Zabek, or Zabek D. Teach, because it'd be like, there goes all of the suspense. Man, you're just really dropping things over there, aren't you? Yeah. Mhm. I'm sure once the captor comes out, we'll see. Who knew it'd be Blackbeard's arc? I didn't see that one coming. I don't remember the last time we saw him. Yeah. Yeah, I heard there's a scratch back and you see. Mhm. The man Gold D. Roger was waiting for. It's not you, Teach. Not a damn chance. Maybe what happened was they thought Teach was going to be Nika or something, and so that's why John Beard has him because he was like, "You're gay." Uh, yes, maybe. I'm already there. Don't worry. Let's see. No, I mean, I suppose so. I'm looking on the One Piece Schwiki. Oh, he was ultimately defeated by an alliance formed by Monkey D. Garp and Roger, earning Garp the epitaph Hero of the Marines. The man Rox D. Zebek was waiting for. It's you, Teach. Damn chance. Let me tell you, the most recent episode of Peace was beautiful. It's the episode where Bonnie like gets off the Skryland. Uh, and she's like, "I'm gonna be free, like Nika." And then she sees like a shadow of her dad jumping in front of the moon in the Nika pose, and then she like gets to be like really big, like the really big one form that she takes on, and then she just pummels the doctor chick. Rakusu di Jabeku. I love Japanese so much. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't. I might. I might ball. Yeah, yeah, it's in Wano. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Uh, I'm pretty sure I did some calculations whenever they started the piece anime again. And I think if they did like a chapter an episode, it would have taken them like 40 weeks to get to um no, Nika Bonnie. But I think we're gonna get there sooner than I thought because I think they're adapting more than one. At least I think they are. Final Saga. Let's see, what's the most recent episode? No, that's the one in the future. Episode information, statistics. Okay, yeah. Well, the most recent episode does pages 3 through 17 of chapter 1101, so we might be screwed. Uh, what chapter does Bonnie use Gear 5? 1118, and we're at 1101. So there's 17 more chapters we got to get there. And we are on 1101, page 17. We're not even done with 1101 yet. The other fella? I don't remember his name. Oh, they're all there? It's been a while since I've seen this. Yeah, well, I'll have you know the next chapter that like that we're going to be adapting came out December 25th, 2023. 1118. We're at 11. The one panel. Oh, I wonder how wonder how I would know what it is because the chapter is titled "The Most Free." Could be. When does Vegapunk like explode? Cuz me either. I don't know. Here, let me Vegapunk. Nah, it's chill, okay. Vegapunk would be killed by his old friend Admiral Kizaru during the ensuing Buster Call on Egghead Island. Foreseeing this, however, Vegapunk left behind an important message regarding a catastrophic global future event to be broadcasted around the world in the event of his death. Currently, one of the Vegapunk satellites, Lilith, is trying to resurrect him via cloning. God damn it, I forgot about that. I mean, to be fair, uh, uh, what's his name? Mihawk pulls up just to kill Don Krieg. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh, uh, but you see, the we're never getting out of here. We're never getting out. I think I'll be dead when Elbaf gets animated. Right, but I mean that episode. I know the episode's gonna end too. It's gonna be like Luffy at the tree, and it pans up to Loki, and he like says something. I don't know. He probably has a line that Luffy meets him, and then it just cuts to the to be continued, and everyone's like, mm-hmm. "We'll be watching it together because we'll be married at that point." That's false. I don't know how he would. I don't know how he would do that second part. Anyway, it's not important for the cast. Yeah, we can scrap it up. Yeah, I think John pissed on this sode. Well, on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. My name has been Cole, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.